Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Punch Drunk loves you.
Let's go. Come on. Punch Drunk, we live, boxing. Let's go. 2 more weeks. Come on. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you what I need. Let's go. Come on. Woo. No beef, no 50, no game. I keep it. What? With all my might. You know how I do it. I don't even need no music. Uno, dos, tres. No music. No music. No music. No music. Yeah, you already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Let's get ready to rumble. Yes. Let's go. Energy. Less than 2 more weeks. Less than 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Madison Square Garden, New York City, my city. Let's go. Teofimo Lopez, the two division undisputed world champion. Yeah, that's what we recognize him out here in Punch Drunk Boxing. I don't give a damn what the ring tells you. I don't give a damn what boxing scene tell you. I don't give a damn what these other boxing content creators tell you. In Punch Drunk Boxing, we recognize the first 2 division undisputed world champion in the full belt era. By the age of 25, beating Vasily Lomachenko in the lightweight division, beating Josh Taylor in the 140-pound division, and they still doubting Teo. They still doubting the man. They still doubting the takeover. They still doubting the most proven of this generation, and I want to know why. We want to know why. The most proven of this young generation, proven more than Tank, proven more than Ryan, proven more than Devin Haney, proven more than Bam, proven more than Boots, proven more than Virgil, proven more than Davis, proven more than the other Davis, proven more than anybody in this young generation, ladies and gentlemen, proven more than David Benavidez, proven more than Danny Dubois, proven. He keeps proving, and he's still the underdog and Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine wants to know why. Want to know why? I could understand when it's icon versus icon. Pound for pound versus pound for pound. Accomplishment versus elite accomplishment. Put your resume up against mine. Put your accomplishments up against mine. Put your trophy case up against mine. And I understand why people had, I don't know who's better, Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. Because damn, Manny Pacquiao is outdoing Floyd Mayweather with the same type of opponent that Floyd Mayweather fighting. Damn, so man, shit, you see how Floyd Mayweather beat Cotto? Cause damn, I saw how Manny Pacquiao beat Cotto. You see how Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya? Damn, but did you see how Manny Pacquiao beat Oscar De La Hoya? Damn, so did you see how Floyd Mayweather beat Shane Mosley? But goddamn, did you see how many Pacquiao beat Shane Mosley? Shit, I don't know who to pick. I understand the 8-division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao, versus the 5-division world champion, has fought 23, 24, 25, I forgot to count, many world champions, and Floyd Mayweather, the best of the best, icon versus icon. There I could understand whether you like, man, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know. See, I don't know who's going to win. But in the world today, I get it. We live in a whole different type of world today. And I always say that boxing translates to life itself. So we live in another world today. But why are we living in that type of world? Why are we living in the world where perception is better than reality? Is that people is more comfortable with perception? Is people more comfortable with the lie? You what happened? You just can't handle the mother effing truth. The truth ain't pretty. The truth ain't beautiful. The truth ain't the truth. The truth is not, you know what I'm saying, precious? What is it? Why does the truth have to look ugly? Why does the truth have to look unattractive? Why do you rather believe in the lie and believe in perception when you got reality in front of your face? Christian Padilla in the mother effing building. Shout out to the members. Low nose boxing in. Coach Red says T.O. quit nasty work. I don't give a damn about Coach Rell said. Coach Rell can't put two sentences together. I don't give a damn what Coach Rell said. Low nose boxing. This is punch on boxing. Is what I say. Fuck a Coach Rell. He can't put two sentences together. Out of here, bruh. Coach Rowe wish he could be like T.O. Hit the heavy bag. He's shaking. He's shaking. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Fuck out of here, bruh. Get out of here, bruh. It's punch on boxing. Coach Rowe said that T.O. couldn't nasty. Get the hell out of here, bruh. He quit boxing. How a punch drunk motherfucker gonna teach you defense? Yeah, damn it. Coach, yeah, said Teofimo Lopez quit. Did Coach Rell said that Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko? Did Coach Rell that said that Teofimo Lopez beat Josh Taylor? Did Coach Rell said that by the age of 25, Teofimo Lopez is the two-time legal champion? Huh? Did he say that too? F out of here. F out of here, man. I'm tired, bro. Why everybody want to be stupid nowadays? Why everybody want to be dumb nowadays? Why everybody want to believe in perception? Ladies and gentlemen, if they prove it, when there's a saying in the sport of boxing, the proof is in the pudding. What happened? You don't like your pudding? You don't like your jello? You don't like what damn Bill Cosby's giving you? Jello, pudding, pop? You don't like it? Come on now. Smash that like button like if you were smashing your shorty. Ladies and gentlemen, like I told y'all time and time again, year after year, month after month, everybody could recognize whatever the F you want to recognize. I recognize whatever I want to recognize. I got a mic, I got a voice, I got good support. Ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the truth. We recognize what makes sense. And if people don't be like, hey, yo, I don't understand what you're saying, at least we're breaking it down on bossy, logically, and objectively. Even when I'm wrong, it's going to sound logical. Even when I'm wrong, you're going to understand it. Even when I'm right, you're going to understand it. Sometimes the people be like, hey, yo, I like what you're saying, punch on boxing, but I don't know. I meet people like this all the time when I'm in the arena. They be like, yo, punch drunk, yo, you crazy, but yo, I listened to that video you said, yo, you was speaking the truth, bro, but I don't know. That's what they talk to punch on boxing. They talk to punch on boxing. They never come on. Ain't no human being in boxing. No human being in the sport of boxing have ever come to my face and say, yo, punch, you a liar. No human being, no coaches, no manager, no promoter, no fans have ever walked up to me in Madison Square Garden, in Las Vegas, in Texas, in New Hampshire, in Florida, has ever walked up to me and say, yo, punch, that shit that you said was a liar. You a liar. Never in my life, in my boxing life, never. You may not like what I'm on. You may not like it. You may not like it. You may not like it. You may not like that Teofimo Lopez got the best resume of this generation. You may not like it, but that's the mother effing truth. I don't say and go around, you know what? Shit, T.O. did, hey, he didn't lose to George Kambosos. Hey, that was a hiccup. It happens in the sport of boxing, but damn it, I come from an era where I seen bunch of one of the greatest fighters get dropped. I seen the greatest fighters lose, but I also see why we define them as great fighter is because they pick themselves right back up and they go back to the drawing board and then they get another opportunity to fight a great, and then you do what Teofimo Lopez did versus Josh Taylor. So why you stuck on the damn past? George Kambosos, he lost. What the fuck has George Kambosos done since then? You should worry about what George Kambosos been doing. Lost to Devin Haney. Lost to Devin Haney again. Controversial victory versus Maxi Hugh. Lost to fucking, who else? Knocked out by Lomachenko. Got knocked out by Richardson Hitchens. You should worry about what George Kambosos doing, because Teofimo Lopez, this is going to be his 7th fight since then. It's been 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It seems like when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, everybody is weird. It seems like when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, everybody break down boxing backwards. When it's Teofimo Lopez getting the belts don't matter. But Tank Davis, he got more fans. And Ryan Garcia, he got more fans. The belts don't matter. No, the belts don't matter because your favorite fighter don't got what Teofimo Lopez got. No, the resume doesn't matter because your resume ain't better than Teofimo Lopez. No. The ring belt don't matter because it's Teofimo Lopez holding the damn mother effing strap 2-time lineal. Because Teofimo Lopez does it. It don't matter now. The championship rounds. You got to win the championship rounds. Hey, even in this downfall, Teofimo Lopez won the championship rounds, but he ain't going to get the benefit of the doubt. Huh? Hey, even when Teofimo Lopez is chasing Jermaine Ortiz, chasing Sando Martin, and these motherfuckers is running. Jermaine Ortiz is running, but y'all okay with it. Sando Martin is running, but y'all okay with it. But when Devin Haney be running, y'all call him a bitch. When Shakur Stevenson is running from Edo De Los Santos, y'all called him a bitch. But when Teofimo Lopez is chasing, oh no, Teo need to cut the ring off. You ain't say that shit about Jose Ramirez. You ain't say that shit about Edo De Los Santos. You say these motherfuckers running like straight up bitches, just like William Score, straight up bitches. But when the motherfucker Teofimo Lopez is chasing the motherfucking bitches, it's no. You only gotta understand, Punch, that Teo, he don't know how to cut the ring off. Shut the F up, you fake, you frauds of boxing fans. I'm tired of you frauds, bruh. I'm tired of all you frauds, bro. All you pundits, all you fake-ass legends breaking this fight down, all of you are fucking frauds. Keep it real. What happened to all the 100+ years myths and narratives is the reason why Oscar De La Hoya lost to Tito Trinidad, because he didn't win the championship round of the effers who wanted it more. Do your film study. Nah, Jermaine Ortiz really beat. Go watch the damn 12th round. You tell me Jermaine Ortiz wanted to win that fight. Go watch the Sando Martin Teofimo Lopez 12th round. You tell me wanted the 10th round. You tell me want to win the fight. What happened to all the myths? What happened to all the narratives? What happened to the best fighting the best? You got to take it from the champion. No, ladies and gentlemen. We are walking to 2026 and the new narrative in the sport of boxing, because it's Teofimo Lopez. Oh, Teofimo Lopez is hated. Everybody got a different narrative. Everybody thinking backwards. So now the narrative and how Antonio Tarver is breaking it down, how Paulie Malignaggi is breaking it down, Chris Algieri, every pundit, every fighter, every boxing content creator, they got Shakur Stevenson, is how is Teofimo Lopez going to take it from the challenger? I thought it was supposed to be Teofimo Lopez. I thought it was supposed to be Shakur Stevenson, the challenger, taking it from the champion. Everything is backwards in the sport of boxing when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. And Punch Strong Boxing want to know why. Oh, Shakur, if Teofimo Lopez, if he got to go after him. Why the fuck does Teofimo Lopez need to go after Shakur Stevenson? Can anybody explain that shit to me? I thought it was supposed to be the challenger need to take it from the champion. Can somebody help me out? Can somebody help me out in the chat? What happened? Am I speaking too real? Am I speaking too raw? That you gonna turn around and run away? Don't run away from Punch on Boxing. Don't run away from the best octane, the best delivery in the sport of boxing. The truth shall set you free. El Pastor de Boxeo, you let me know. How come when it comes to Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson is that the challenger, the champion needs to take it from the challenger? No. You fucking pundits are going to listen to me right now, you fake ass motherfuckers. You tell me how Shakur is going to take it from Teofimo Lopez, punk ass bitches out here, bruh. Hey, yo, everybody in the chat, when you go to your other favorite boxing content creators, you stop them right there. You call up the boxing voice. You call him up. You put it in the chat. You send a super chat. You tell her, fuck you, boxing content creator. Tell me how Shakur is going to take it from Teo. Tell me how Shakur is going to put Teo in the ropes. Tell me how Shakur is going to win the inside game. Tell me how Shakur is going to capitalize on combination punches. Tell me how Shakur is going to have more high-volume punches than Teofimo Lopez. Because none of you motherfuckers is saying that. None of you motherfuckers is saying how Shakur is going to take it from the champion. This is Teofimo Lopez, the champion, motherfucker. He is the champion. He is the king. He wears the crown. He got the lineal. Teofimo Lopez standing in the middle of the ring. You want to beat me? You want this? And you want the strap? You got to come to me, motherfucker. That's what I want to hear from the boxing content creators. You fake, you frauds. I'm tired of all of you fake fans, bruh. Woo, Ric Flair. None. I'm tired of hearing. Well, one of the dumbest takes. I don't care if you are a fighter that step inside the ring. Punch what you know. You never step inside the ring, Punch what you know. How you know? Fuck you. I don't need to step inside the ring, you dummy. I know I'm educated. I don't know how to print money, but I know what money is. I know how to read. That doesn't mean I know how to be a teacher. I'm not a professor, but I know how to read. All right? Check how I read. I ain't Floyd Mayweather on the Breakfast Club. D-Wiz 26 with the $20 super chat. You see, I know math. Here we go, but I'm not a mathematician. Here we go. El Pastor, the only willing to speak the truth. Only pot shatters don't have to bring the fight and land more punches than the opponent. Wonder why. Let's go, D-Wiz. Let's go, D-Wiz. A comprar comida china para la familia mañana. Hey, yo, Jason, they say punch is going buck. Do you know why they saying a punch is going buck wild? It's because the truth is wild. The truth is wild. The truth hurts. The truth hurts. Guido in the building. I'm in this boxing community. And to be honest, folks, I thought that this community was about, boxing, hardcore boxing minds. Hardcore boxing minds. Honduras. Craziest shit is Zab Judah saying Teo gonna get stopped in the 4th round. Most people talking off emotions and not real boxing. Exactly. Zab, what is your problem, Zab? What happened? I know you don't got the brain damage right now, Zab. You Brooklyn, New York. Maybe your affiliations with Devin Haney got you all fucked up more than the blows that you took in the ring. You supposed to be the masterminds out here, yeah? I'm just a drunk with a mic, making more. I make more sound than the damn sober people. I make more sense. I sound more sound. Dave Fernandez. Let's go. Punch. Dímelo, mi hermano. Bendiciones a todos. Alabaré. Alabar a mi señor. Teo all the way. Content creators are being paid. Yeah, I think so. To promote Shakur. Anybody with logical sense knows Shakur can't be Teofimo Lopez. Let's go. Dave Fernandez, the members. Dave Fernandez, que Dios te bendiga, mi hermano. Cristian. Con los 5 pesos, comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Woo! Ric Flair. That's right. Tell him, Punch. Energy. Hi, Teo got all these fools hating. Maybe it's a good thing. No, I think it's a great thing. It's a great thing, but it's unfortunate. I'm gonna tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all going, some of y'all gonna be like, yo, man, you just saying that because you a fan of Tio. You just saying that because you support Tio. You just saying that because you friends with Tio. Hey, yo, the reason why me and Tio cool, Tio Senior, the whole family, is because they allow me to keep it real. I'm unbiased, logically, and objectively. I could say Teofimo Lopez looked at beautiful versus Loma. Looked at great versus Josh Taylor. And I could say, damn, yo, Tio versus Steve Claggett, that's unacceptable. And whether people like it or not, we're come on, punt, don't say it out. You know, I already got enough haters. Nah, I'm allowed. That's real friendship. That's real. Ladies and gentlemen, Teofimo Lopez is one of the realest motherfuckers out here. That's why I can fuck with Teofimo Lopez. And 90% of the boxing community is all emotional. They be like, hey, yo, Punch, you the truth. Until I could give them a little critique, they be like, oh, man, I ain't fucking with you, Punch. Stay on that side. Fuck you. You stay on that side. You stay on that side. So I show love to the Lopez. I show love. I remember I was criticizing Canelo Alvarez, and I seen Canelo Alvarez team in Las Vegas, and they say, Pontron Boxing, yo, tú eres loco. You know what I'm saying? You fair. At least you don't go personal like other channels and start talking about his family and stuff like that. You fair. Like I said, bro, I'm everywhere. I step out. I'm not these boxing content creators that stay at home in the couch that can have constructive criticism or harsh criticism and won't show up. Everybody seen me. Every media, every boxing content creator see me out there putting the work when I'm on the field. Ain't nobody never step up to me, and ain't nobody ever said, yo, Punch, you're lying. Nobody. No boxer, no manager, no trainer, no nothing. No nothing. Everybody see me out there. Even, hey, yo, put it this way. Hey, I've been giving Clarissa Shield constructive criticism. Go check her interview out when I'm walking right behind, and she looks like this. Ella no dice nada porque yo estoy diciendo la verdad. She don't say that because I'm telling the truth. Who's right behind me when I'm interviewing? Teofimo Lopez Senior, Papoose, no dice nada esa gente. No dice nada esa gente because I tell the truth. You can't come up to me. The only thing you could come and say to me is, yo, can you tone it down? That's what they say about your boy Punch Wrong Boxing. When people that works for promotional company, they be like, yo, I like your shit, Punch Wrong Boxing. Yo, I like your channel and your energy. But if you want to move and want doors to be open, you need to tone it down a little bit. You understand? Hell no, bro. This is Punch Wrong Boxing. You better respect the energy the way the energy is. I ain't no cigar shop, talk, whatever the name is. I ain't gonna be your friend. I don't want to pay people for interviews like a bunch of boxing content creators is doing right now. Motherfuckers is pay fighters for interviews. Nah, any interview that I have is because they know I'm a real one and I speak the truth. As a matter of fact, you boxing content creators is watering down this community. Paying. You can't put in the hard work. You can't put in the hard work. You gotta pay. Keep on paying for your fucking. Keep on paying for attention. Nah. The truth brings the fighters over here, the managers over here, the trainers over here. The truth. Leo, el pastor de boxeo, Tio will outbox Shakur like he did Vasily Lomachenko. Look out of here. Get out of here. Nah, bruh. Nah, this is your boy, Mr. Moonshine. El doble sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Nobody could break it down. Just say the truth. You don't know where Teofimo Lopez is going to show up, so you got the safe bet. Because you believe that Shakur Stevenson, and shout out to Shakur Stevenson, y'all been following the channel. I am a fan of Shakur Stevenson as well. I always said when the smoke clears, it was going to be Tio versus Shakur. I call Shakur Stevenson the general, and I call Teofimo Lopez the captain of the generation. When the smoke clears, it was going to be Tio, Shakur. It's early, it's here. But ladies and gentlemen, ain't no victory that Shakur Stevenson had that tells me he could be a Teofimo Lopez at the highest level. You guys are playing. And I understand this is the sport of boxing. At the end of the day, we seen upsets. We seen Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing, right? Anything can happen. I understand. Shit, Canelo Alvarez lost to Bud Crawford. Anything can happen. And we could say, like I was saying, well, Canelo Alvarez got a better resume than Bud Crawford. At the end of the day, anything can happen. I understand. But at least but at the end of the day, whether if your prediction is wrong or right, by making the prediction, by making the assessment, make it make sense. Now, when we see the action in the ring, whatever, but breaking it down, see, I'm not listening to logical, in my opinion. I'm not listening to logical. I'm listening to VK, boxing minds trying. They breaking down Teal like he's some damn robot. They breaking down Teal like he don't got no footwork. They breaking down Teal like he don't got no defense. Like he can't catch and shoot. Like he can't parry the jab. Like he can't show you the shoulder roll and hit you with the damn cross arm like George Foreman. We all seen it. Hey yo, why motherfuckers is acting like they never seen Teal fight before in their life? That's what I'm like, hey, yo, what y'all talking about? Did y'all see his last fight with Barbosa? Y'all didn't see it? Y'all didn't see tripling the jab, quadrupling the jab? Y'all didn't see the pivoting? Y'all didn't see the footwork? Y'all didn't see when he was fighting in the middle of the ring and the ropes? And also when he's out there pressuring Barbosa, didn't he show you the whole repertoire? No, I think that Shakur, even Shakur Stevenson looking at Teofimo Lopez, he said in the interviews, hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez remind me of a Roy Jones Jr. This is not on Shakur Stevenson because Shakur Stevenson know who Teofimo Lopez is. Shakur Stevenson is the one that said, when I was watching Teo versus Barbosa, he was looking great, bro. He remind me of Roy Jones Jr. That's what Shakur Stevenson say. But y'all motherfuckers just be like, nah. What about how he did with Jermaine Ortiz? How he did with Shandor Martin? Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, yo. Shh, relax. Shut the fuck up. Shakur Stevenson is going into camp preparing for the best Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson is going into camp preparing for the best Teofimo Lopez. Okay? All right? Let me say it slow. Let me say it soft, because there's some people that don't like the energy. They don't like me to be loud. They don't want me to talk fast. So let me talk slow. Let me talk soft. Let me speak like Joel Osteen. I ain't going to give you my Geno Jennings impression. I'm not going to give you my TD Jakes impression. I'm going to talk like Osteen, like Joel Osteen, the preacher, the white boy with the curly hair, Joel Osteen, the one that got the 80s cut, the mullet. I'm going to talk like him here. Ladies and gentlemen, the boxing world, just listen up real quick. Don't assess Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson as Shakur at his best and Teofimo Lopez at his worst. Because, ladies and gentlemen of the boxing world, Shakur Stevenson has hired an army. Oh yeah, he hired an army. Just like Jesus Christ had his army and his disciples. Shakur Stevenson, if you look at his training, he has hired an army to defeat Teofimo Lopez. Oh yeah, he has Floyd Mayweather on speed dial. He has Andre Ward going to his training. He got Terrence Bud Crawford going to his training. He got 57 coaches. He got Coach Rail, Coach this, Coach that. And matter of fact, nobody's even thinking about Wally. Hey, yo, if Shakur Stevenson is all that great, why hasn't Wally B become a trainer of the year or a trainer, how you say, give him, some type of award? But anyway, Shakur Stevenson is going into the gym preparing for the best Teo. So when you're breaking this fight down, you have to break it as the best Shakur Stevenson versus the best Teofimo Lopez. And then you have a good indication of who's going to win the fight. But when the fight happens, hey, whatever happens, happens. You think that Shakur Stevenson is training for the Teofimo Lopez? Of George Camboso? You think he's preparing for that? Leo with the $5 super chat. He said, who you got, Ortiz or Keyshawn? That's a tough fight. I'm rolling with Keyshawn on this one. I won't be surprised of the upset. The only reason is Jermaine Ortiz haven't shown past the 8 rounds that he wants it. He showed it in the Lomachenko. He showed it in the Devin in the TO fight. He just when it goes to the championship round, Jermaine Ortiz doesn't step on the gas or doesn't keep his foot on the gas, doesn't keep his foot on their necks. And that's the only thing. Keyshawn Davis is a good fight, bro. Is a good fight. I could see Jermaine Ortiz is but it's something that holds Jermaine Ortiz back for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know what holds him back, but I got Keyshawn Davis in this one. Shout out to Jermaine Ortiz, Dominicano, Puerto Riqueño, Latino, Poro, tu sabe. This is gonna be. I want to see. I want to see with Jermaine Ortiz. I know he could be good in the first half of the fight. Could he be a second half fighter? You know what I'm saying? Could be a second. Good looking out, Leo. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see the thumbnail. We all know that this is going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be great and entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say what a lot of people don't want to say. Because breaking down this fight, nobody want to talk about how Shakur offensively is going to beat Teo. People are counting on that Shakur is going. Let me say that. Everybody always tell me when we say that something is boring, they say, but Punch, you got to understand that it's the sweet science. And when they say it's the sweet science, what do they say right after that? Come on, y'all. When they say, yo, Punch, you got to understand the sweet science is hit and not get hit. But these motherfuckers don't want to break down how Shakur's going to hit. They just be like, is Shakur, you know what I'm saying, stay in the outside, and, you know, if Teofimo Lopez has to break the code, he ain't no goddamn Floyd Mayweather, bruh. Get code and code. The last time we heard about code was a Floyd Mayweather. Now they trying to say that Shakur Stevenson is Floyd Mayweather like they trying to break a code. We ain't never seen no damn Floyd Mayweather need to run. He'll stand right there in the middle of the ring. He'll make you slip them punches. He'll make you pay. He knocks some people out. When the shit gets going, he don't stand in the ropes like that and stuff like that. Dave Fernandez with the $20 super chatty party K. Good looking now. Que Dios te bendiga, Dave. Said Punch, keep that energy. That's why I follow the channel. Speaking facts, the hate Teo because he's done it all without co-signers. Facts. What is it? Tell him, Dave Fernandez. What is it, folks? You got Shakur because Terrence Bud Crawford is there. You vicariously look at Shakur like he's Bud. You think it's Teo versus Bud. That's what it is. I think that's what it is, Dave. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But let me remind y'all. No, yo, Punch. Yeah, I mean, like, who does Teo got in camp? Who did Teo had in camp versus Vasily Lomachenko? Who did Teo had in camp versus John Taylor? You don't know. Oh, because Shakur got Bud Crawford, the reigning, arguably pound for pound number 1 in the sport of boxing. Oh, my God. Shakur, he's the Incredible Hulk. The last time we seen Terrence Bud Crawford and Andre Ward walk out Shakur Stevenson, and remember who was in the locker room at the same time. Remember the picture. Remember who was in the locker room at the same damn time. Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, or Andre Ward brought out Shakur Stevenson. And guess what Shakur Stevenson did when those 3 brought him out? He ran. And corrió versus Eder de los Santos. Go check it out. So when you tell me, oh my God, Punch, you got to understand, yo, Shakur Stevenson got this and this and that. Yeah, the last time I seen Floyd Mayweather, Bud Crawford, and Andre Ward in the locker room right before the fight, and they brought him out. Guess what Shakur Stevenson did with Eder de los Santos, el Dominicano, el Platanero, el Manguco, los 3 golpes? Dime what he did. Caesar. They don't want to say that. Maybe Shakur Stevenson gets nervous when his idols are looking out. They be like, hey, yo, but yo, Shakur gonna do this. Nah. You guys are, yo, you know what the people are confused? They're confused because they don't know which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. You know what? What's supposed to be the curse of Teofimo Lopez for the boxing world has become the gift. See, because Teofimo Lopez, and many people feel he performs to the level of his competition, y'all thought it was bad, but think about it for a fighter that's preparing for Teofimo Lopez. Think about it, y'all. It's logic. See, people thought is a curse, is a bad, is negative. It's negative. Yo, but you don't gotta understand that Teofimo, I don't know, man. Teofimo Lopez is fights at the level of his competition. I don't know about Teofimo Lopez. If you don't know about Teofimo Lopez, guess how the preparation of his opponent. Maybe Shakur Stevenson doesn't know what Teofimo Lopez is gonna show up. Have you ever thought about that? You picking, I'm saying some of y'all picking Shakur to beat Teofimo Lopez because you don't know which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. You're confused. In the end of the day, that's a positive. Unpredictability is a positive in the sport of boxing. Unpredictability is a positive, is a strength in the sport of boxing. Not predictable, right? It's not predictable. Orthodox, unpredictable. That's why people give a lot of credit to Terrence Bud Crawford that he could switch from orthodox to southpaw, right? Right? The unpredictability. We don't know which one. Hey, yo, is Bud Crawford gonna fight orthodox or southpaw versus Errol Spence? Is he gonna, right? The unpredictability of Teofimo Lopez is what got y'all betting against Teo. But it's supposed to be a strength if you breaking down the fight. Think about how now think about it. Shakur Stevenson looks like he hired an army to beat Teo. He's hired an army. Go just look at his channel. Look at his preparation. He's hired an army, bro. A lot of people are NFL fans, right? A lot of people are NFL fans. You say you got the head coach, you got a bunch of head coordinators and stuff like that. You got the coaches on the field, the coaches in the back. That's it. Hey, yo, Shakur Stevenson has hired an army to be little old Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez Sr. You telling me, what happened to all this? Well, Teo is meant to, and Seniors is the drunk. Huh? You need an army to beat these guys? Really? Huh? Really? If Shakur Stevenson, this is how bullshit y'all motherfuckers are. If Shakur Stevenson, and I say, and I'm not saying how I feel about Shakur Stevenson. I'm listening how people break down Shakur Stevenson. It doesn't make sense to them. Why nobody in this community ever said that Wally is one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing? Why nobody in this community, if they say that Shakur Stevenson got the best defense in the game, why nobody says, you know who Keyshawn Davis should train with? Wally. You know who this young fighter should train with? Wally. You know who damn, Abdullah Mason gets hit a lot. He should switch trainer and train with Wally. Yo, why not? Since Shakur Stevenson is the best, because look, there's people that be like, hey, yo, man, people should train with Derrick James. People should train with Robert Garcia. People should train with Eddie Reynoso. If Shakur Stevenson got the best defense in the sport of boxing, why I never hear not one boxing content creator, not one pundit, not one ex-world fighter, not one legend ever give credit to Wally? He's so great. Hey, yo, Brian. Hey, yo, why nobody says Brian Norman Jr. should go train with Shakur Stevenson and Wally? He'll teach him how to, he'll teach a good defense. Because y'all don't genuinely believe in the narrative. Y'all just hate Teofimo Lopez. Y'all don't believe in the narrative. They don't believe in the narrative, folks. Am I making sense? Randy, con la bandera de República Dominicana. Randy. Tio versus Shakur. Tio, Shakur. Tio, Shakur. January 31st, Madison Square Garden. Págame la música. I haven't heard one genuine breakdown from pundits, because I could break it down. I could give credit to Shakur Stevenson, and I could give credit to Teofimo Lopez, and I could break this down, but I don't, because in the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson will have to do a mixture. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it like this. Shakur Stevenson knows what to do to become a world champion. He knows what he needs to do. The problem that I have is that nobody is saying it. Nobody is pressuring it, because the thing is, you know why people don't want to say it? People don't want to say it because they don't think that Shakur Stevenson could survive if he does what needs to be done. People don't think that Shakur Stevenson could survive versus Teofimo Lopez doing what needs to be done for him to become a world champion and take it from a champion. They don't believe in Shakur Stevenson. I believe that Shakur Stevenson has the heart to try to do what he's done before. But people don't want to break that thing down. See, the thing is, they don't want Shakur Stevenson to do what the necessary things that he needs to do to become a world champion and take it from a champion, because they know who's in front of him. They're begging Shakur Stevenson, vicariously, they're begging Shakur Stevenson to run, be safe, and get out of Dodge like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz, and hope that the scorecards goes to Shakur. That's what they're hoping. They're not hoping for Shakur to take it from Tio. They're hoping for Tio not to catch Shakur Stevenson, not with a punch, with his legs. And hopefully it goes to the scorecards and it goes Shakur's way. That's what they're breaking down. That's what they say. Shakur, Tio needs to go after Shakur. Tio needs to take what. You don't hear what people are saying from the Antonio. Shout out to Antonio Tarver. Shout out to all these guys. They're saying that Tio needs he needs the one that needs to. Hey, yo, Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver was the chorus. What he was doing the play-by-play with Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa. Anybody, when you do your film study, right, go back to that fight and tell me everything Antonio Tarver was saying about Teofimo Lopez. He was saying that this Teofimo Lopez nobody beats. So why all of a sudden this Teofimo Lopez, why Antonio over? No, I don't think that Shakur's. How is Shakur going to beat Tio? How offensively is Shakur going to gain way more points than Tio to beat him? All they saying is, hey, if Shakur, is in the is up in the scorecards, it's gonna be hard for Teofimo Lopez to catch up. How? But how is he gonna be up in the scorecards? Tell me any opponent that has been up on the scorecards by the halfway mark versus Teofimo Lopez. Outside of the same old shit of Cam. Any southpaws? Any southpaws? You guys are so disrespectful to Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. It's sad. It's sad that these pundits has to be so disrespectful for Loma and Josh Taylor. Because the new narrative, look at the narrative. Yo, Randy, look at the narrative. The narrative is Teofimo Lopez just doesn't do good with boxers. Overnight, yo, and this is what I mean. Yo, this is why I'm probably the only channel that got Tio and that supports Tio. But you know what also makes me support him even more? It's just the disrespect that goes to Tio, bro. Is that, yo, people will mind F themselves like Teo is just entering his prime. Teo should not be a fighter that you got to mind F yourself. So all over a sudden, Teo does bad with boxers. I never knew that Lomachenko was not a boxer. In all these years since the amateurs of Vasily Lomachenko, now that people want to break down Teo versus Shakur, the new thing is that Teo doesn't do good with boxers. Okay, so what was Vasily Lomachenko? A slugger? What was Vasily Lomachenko? The second coming of Ricardo Mayorga? Is he Sean Porter? Is he Margarito? Is he like Jaime Munguia? Like, what are these people talking about? What is Josh Taylor? Is Josh Taylor Jongriel Casimero? What is this new narrative that Teo doesn't do good with boxers? Or is Teo doesn't do good with runners, just like every other boxer when there's a runner in front of them doesn't do good? Make it make sense, bro. Yo, folks, don't hate nobody in this world so much that you would dumb down yourself. It's not worth it. Dislike somebody. Yo, hate if you want. Even that hate is bad. You shouldn't hate nobody. But if you a hater, you hate this person for whatever done, don't make your hate dumb down your intelligence. Don't insult your own intelligence because of your hate. You could dislike somebody, but you don't have to devalue your intelligence. Steve-O with the $5 super chat. Yo, on the money punch, is like Shakur already won and Teo needs to go the extra mile to keep the belt. Is BS. Shout out to D Wiz. Hey, yo, it's true. You know what this feeling makes me feel, and the analysis, and it makes me feel like shit. Is Teofimo Lopez gonna get robbed? Is this a political thing? Is everybody on the zone and ring and everybody that's breaking down this fight, or y'all all in the gig? Because it does seem, for me, it does seem like, yo, Teo needs to go get it from Shakur. Like if Teo is the guy that needs to become a world champion, Teo is the guy that needs to prove it to Shakur in his own division. No, it's Teo is the one that needs to go get it. It's Teo is the one that needs to throw these combinations and beat Shakur. It's Teo that needs to that overpower and show his power. Like, okay, Shakur doesn't need to show his power. Shakur doesn't need to go high volume punches. Shakur doesn't need to throw some combination punches and stuff like that. All they saying is Shakur defense and Shakur jab. And if Shakur could counter with that's it. That's it. To beat Teo, that's all Shakur needs to do. Defense and jab. That Teo is that simple of a fighter that all Shakur needs is stay in the back foot, jab, and defense. That's it. And Teo needs to do the world. Teo needs to dare to be great. Hey, yo, they don't even say that Shakur is daring to be great. Teofimo Lopez, the only two-time lineal reigning champion in the history of the sport of boxing that's not even on the pound-for-pound list. Folks, that's why I say I recognize whatever the fuck I want to recognize. And I suggest y'all do too. I'm not saying recognize what punch drunk boxing is recognizing. I'm not saying that. Folks, this is the sport of boxing. It's not governed. Recognize whatever the F you want to recognize. This is the Wild Wild West in the business of boxing, and be the Wild Wild West outside of it. It might sound like a contradiction. Teofimo Lopez not on the pound for pound list is a disrespect from all those writers and pundits and those on the panel list of the Ring magazine, you guys are crackheads for not putting Teofimo Lopez on the pound for pound list. You guys have the value what boxing is. You guys have the value what accomplishment is. You guys have the value all for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has changed the way people talk boxing, the way people look at boxing, whether people want to admit it or not. People change. He changed it all. I know people don't want to admit it, but if you really understand what I'm trying to say, maybe it's because Punch is saying it. If Mike Tyson says what I'm saying right now, everybody be like, yo, it's true. If Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson is highly respected, if Mike Tyson says what I'm saying right now, you guys will respect. You guys will go and be like, yo, it's true. If Mike Tyson say, you know what, Punch, I understand, you know what I'm saying? You know, Teofimo Lopez, you know, he's a two-time lineal champion. I'm a historic of the sport of boxing. I never met no two-time lineal champion in the history of the sport of boxing, not on the pound-for-pound list. You know what I'm saying? I was watching tapes. Custom Model made me sit down and study the game. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez, two-time lineal champion. Do you know what's two-time lineal champion by the 825? And you're not on the pound-for-pound list? Bubba with the $2 super chat. A comprar plátano. What style do you want to see from Shakur? Tio also. A style that Shakur Stevenson understand how he need to take it from a champion. And this is why I know that Shakur needs to do what many are afraid for him to do. That's why they don't want to mention it. Shakur Stevenson needed to stop and needed to inflict pain and needed to work the power shots to win and be the champion in Jermell hearing. Shakur Stevenson needed to do the extra work and knock down Oscar Valdez to take it from the champion. So when I say is Shakur Stevenson knows what he needs. He knows that he needs to do extra to take it from a champion. You understand? So I see Shakur try to inflict pain and try to work the power to win the title from Yoshino, right? The vacant title. He stopped Yoshino to become, even if it was vacant, right? He needed to become a world champion. He needed to inflict pain. So when people don't want to break down that Shakur Stevenson doesn't need to go after Tio, they don't want to break it down like that because they know that style will fall in Tio's strength. And that's what I mean. Tio don't need to go after Shakur Stevenson. Teofimo Lopez need to stay in the middle of the ring. Yeah, pick and choose. Throw some combinations, though. Overwhelm him. Dictate the pace from the jump. From the first and second round, inflict your pain. Shoot that right hand to the body. Work the body. Work the body. Work the body. Work the body. Slow him down that way. Combination. Teofimo Lopez Teofimo Lopez throw more punches than Shakur Stevenson if people go check the copy box, or just as much. Shakur Stevenson doesn't overwhelm people with punching output. So Teofimo Lopez needs to the stamina got to be right. His punching output got to be right. And when Teofimo Lopez worked the jab as well, because people don't like to talk about Teofimo Lopez jab for whatever reason, but Teofimo Lopez have a good jab. And when he works the jab and throws some combination of punches, I don't think that Shakur Stevenson, when you throw more than 3 shots, Shakur Stevenson doesn't like to counter that. Shakur Stevenson likes to counter 1 to 2 shots. If you throw single shots, he'll counter, he stay there. If you throw some 2 shots, he start moving back straight. If you throw 3 shots, he's moving back straight and he's going to reset. So you got to throw combination punches. Teofimo Lopez have the speed. He's done it. And the best thing about it that people need to listen what the Teofimo Lopez actually said, right? Check this out. Let me get Yo, Punch, if you be at media day, make sure you ask the tough questions. What must Shakur do to be, oh yeah. And you know what they're going to say, Steve-O? Just wait and see. I'm not going to give you the game plan. That's what they're going to say. Because they can't answer. They can't answer that. Because that's what I mean, that these pundits don't want to put the pressure on Shakur Stevenson. For whatever reason, Steve, good looking out, appreciate you. They're trying to put the pressure on Tio to go after Shakur. They trying to put the no. Put the pressure on Shakur to take it from a champion. And that's why I'm very mind-boggled. I'm highly mind-boggled by even Pundit takes about this fight. Give me a sec. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are they afraid? Why is Antonio Tarver, Paulie Malignaggi, Chris Algieri, Andre Ward, all these guys, shout out, I love them all. I have tremendous respect. I have tremendous respect for all these guys. Even hey, yo, Ryan Garcia says, I think that Tio, because the style. No, don't tell me. You guys know more boxing than just giving me the style. What style does Shakur Stevenson have? The only style, the imaginable, is that he's going to run, and you're hoping that Teofimo Lopez doesn't catch up. You hoping that Teofimo Lopez can cut the ring off. But ladies and gentlemen, time and time again, Jermaine Ortiz and Sando Morton lost. You're giving a blueprint to Shakur for him to lose. Give him the blueprint for him to win. You are begging, you are holding on to dear life that if Shakur survives and runs from Tio, that it goes to the scorecards and the judge is going to give it to Shakur. You guys are afraid to say that Shakur needs to take it to Tio. You guys are afraid that Shakur needs to take it from the champion. Why? Lady in the building was good. Tio was a better fighter and got the better resume. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. Teofimo Lopez showed every pundit and every fan that at the highest level, my skills been tested at the highest level. It doesn't get no higher than Vasily Lomachenko at 135, and it doesn't get more higher than Josh Taylor at the time that Teofimo Lopez fought them. Andy Medina with the $10 super chat. Good looking at my brother. Said pressure makes diamonds. The adversity Tio face every time may just make him the GOAT of this era. Tell him, Andy. Hey, yo, Andy, you're going to get people mad when you attach GOAT. You're going to get people angry. You're going to get people angry. Good looking now, Lady T. You're going to get people angry. Does Shakur Stevenson has the capability to upsetting? He has the skills. Shakur Stevenson is very, very good. But comparing Shakur to Tio, how is this a wide margin in terms of the betting odds? What has the world seen from Tio and Shakur? Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the era of the most that you prove is the most the value you will become. Look at Jamal Charlo. Shout out to Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is ringing bells right now. Jamal Charlo calling out Virgil Ortiz, calling out Jerome Boots Ennis. Most of the people I'm looking at the tweets. They say, "Oh man, Virgil will beat Jamal. Oh, Boots is a beat Jamal. Oh, Jamal this." Jamal Charlo is the most proven fighter of this generation at 154. Jamal Charlo to become undisputed, scrape the whole division. And I remember the emerge of Tim Tszyu. People were saying that Tim Tszyu was better than Jamal Charlo. And y'all know in this channel, y'all know I was livid, bro. I was like, what the F are people? What kind of drugs are people taking? I said, yo, remember people was calling, oh, yo, Jamal Charlo ducking Tim Tszyu, yo, Tim Tszyu's better than Jamal. I'm like, yo, so Jamal Charlo just scraped his whole division. Look at Jamal Charlo's resume. Look at the resume. And this man is better than, I don't understand boxing, bro. I don't understand the people in boxing. And the thing is, people like hype more than the it factor. Bubba with the $2 super chat says if Shakur walks down and drops Tio, is the pound for pound top 3. Hey, maybe. Hey, do that, Shakur. Do that. Walk down Tio. Walk down Tio. Let's see that. Let's see that. You great. I mean, don't tell me, don't tell me that you're going to have Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Terrence Bud Crawford in camp, Keyshawn Davis, Moses, all those sparring partners, all the wisdom, and you're not gonna walk down Teofimo Lopez. I better see the best Shakur Stevenson that I ever seen in my goddamn life. I better see Hercules, bro. Show me Hercules. Show me Hercules. As a matter of fact, y'all should be expecting that. Y'all don't want to expect that because you know that if he tries to go after Tio's gonna lay him out. That's why you guys don't want to say that. That's the reason why people in the sport of boxing don't want to say, yo, Shakur needs to take it from Tio. The reason why nobody want to say that Shakur needs to take it from Tio is because you don't have confidence that Shakur has the heart and the dog to go after Tio because Tio will lay his ass out. That's why. So you're begging, Shakur, run. Run. I don't think Tio likes to play tag. Run, T. Run. Make him run, Shakur. Let's play hot piece of butter. Run. Is he pound for pound? Hey, yo, if Shakur beats Tio, yes, he's pound for pound. Hey, yo, my brother, yes. If Tio, yes. If Shakur beats Tio, yes, he's pound for pound number 3. If Tio beats Shakur, he's pound for pound number 1. Yes, Bubba. Yes, I already did a video. I said whoever wins from this fight, if Tio beats Shakur, he's pound for pound number 1. If Shakur beats Tio, he's top 3. You got to beat the champ with no ifs, ands about it. But yo, Miss Lady T, you know why they don't want to say it though? Why the Andre Wards, the Chris Algieri's, the Paulina Malignaggi, all the pundits, the Max Kellerman, everybody, all Roberto Garza, everybody, all Oscar De La Hoya, everybody. Why don't nobody wants to say Shakur the challenger needs to take it from the champion? Everybody is silent about that. Silent. Nobody is saying that. Everybody, most of the people are saying that the champion needs to take it from the challenger. That's the analogy. The champion needs to take it from the challenger. We're living in the backwards era, bro. He said, Penny said Tio Loso Camboso. Yeah, and Manny Pacquiao Loso Torres Compa. And Manny Pacquiao Loso Torres Compa. What's that supposed to mean? They staying with the same old narrative for 5 years. That was 2001. We're in 2006, my brother. Penny. Because this is what they bank on. Shakur's gonna win because he lost to George Camboso. If Teofimo Lopez fights Steve Claggett part 2, it's because he lost to George Camboso. He fights Evan Haney, he lost to George Camboso. He fights whoever. That's the way that people break boxing down. So tell me, why did Manny Pacquiao become? Why did Manny Pacquiao become a 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian? Early in his career, he got knocked out twice. He got knocked out twice, Manny Pacquiao. Randy said, yo, they are gauging Shakur like he's the next Bud. But why? He don't even fight like Bud. Nobody ever said Shakur got dog. Shakur is a dog. Shakur got power. Shakur will come after you. So why they think he's the Bud? You know what it is? Because people love image. They see a picture with Shakur and Bud, and they think that Shakur is Bud Crawford. Oh my God, Bud is in training camp. Oh my God, it's Bud. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you, hey, yo, Randy, you know what it is? Folks, let me tell you something about these boxing folks that got the platform, those dudes that got the production. They don't follow boxing. They work. See, we especially the boxing content creators, the YouTube boxing content creators, we do this for the love of it. We watch every fight. We in it every single day, 24/7. That's why these guys don't even know how to break it down. Most other people in the sport of boxing, they don't even know their own sport. They don't even know their own sport. I'm not talking about that they don't know boxing. They don't know their own sport. They don't follow the sport of boxing. There's a lot of people in the sport of boxing that don't follow the sport of boxing. I remember when Andre Ward was breaking down when he was making his prediction of Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis. I remember when Andre Ward was breaking down Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis, and he said Josh Taylor don't know how to go to the body. I remember because I did a video about it, and I said. While he was making his prediction, he said, I really haven't studied Josh Taylor, but he made a whole prediction of how Regis Prograis is going to beat Josh Taylor. And I'm like, how can you make a whole prediction on ESPN, the worldwide leader? And I'm a fan of Andre Ward. I'm just talking about how people in the industry is. You make a prediction of a fighter that you don't even see that much. Just like on ESPN, when after Teofimo Lopez versus Nakatani, Timothy Bradley said that Teofimo Lopez is going to lose versus Richard Comey. Around that time, Timothy Bradley is trying to say that Lomachenko is going to kill Teofimo Lopez. All the media pundits leading up to the Josh Taylor fight had Josh Taylor beating Teofimo Lopez. Not one media folk had Teo beating Josh Taylor. And you guys are still going to put him underdog while this is the man that has proven to you. Es porque la gente son estúpidos, eh. La gente son estúpidos, eh. Yeah. At least be smart enough and be like, yo, even if you don't like Teo, at least be smart enough and be, I ain't even going to bet against this guy because shit, the last time I bet, hey, I bet this guy. How about you bet something significant? Don't bet your little $5 and $10, your little $20, $100 and $500. Bet something that is going to count. That's what I want. Hey, yo, y'all want to bet against Teo? Because I hear a lot of people say, so let's bet. No, bet something that's going to count. Bet your car. Bet something. Bet that you're going to pay that other motherfucker's mortgage for half a year. Bet something that's going to kill you. Bet something that's going to really make a significant, you know what I'm saying, that's going to hurt. Don't bet no, I bet you $200 that Tia is going to lose. No. Bet me that you're going to pay my damn mortgage for half the year. And I have to pay yours. Vamos botar eso, eh? Vamos botar eso. Something that counts. Something that's going to hurt. I still got Ino Uwe #1. J Pitt City in the building with the $5 super chat says I still got Ino Uwe #1, 4 mandatories in 1 calendar year. All obligations fulfilled, but the winner for sure moves within top 5. So the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson just moved to the top 5. Teofimo Lopez, the only fighter in the past 30 plus years, maybe the last fighter will probably be Sugar Ray Leonard, that has beaten 3 pound-for-pound fighters in their prime. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hagler. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Durang. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hearns. Nobody of this generation has beaten 3 pound-for-pound fighters in their prime when they fought him. If Teo beat Shakur, I want GOAT talk. GOAT talk, ladies and gentlemen. GOAT. GOAT conversation. Yes. Because if Sugar Ray Leonard is in the Hall of Fame and is looked upon as a GOAT because he beat Hagler and Hearn and Duran, he didn't have 100 fights. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Lomachenko, pound for pound. Josh Taylor, pound for pound. Shakur Stevenson, pound for pound. I want the damn respect. He's number one. Pound for pound, number one. Not number two, not number three. Not argue, oh, yeah, we put him at number five. No, number one. That's it. What more does this man have to prove? Usted está loco, eh? What more has Teofimo Lopez have to prove if he beat Shakur Stevenson? One more. Randy con la bandera de República Dominicana. La música de Randy, la música de Randy, la música de Randy, la música de Randy. Vente. A comprar comida del malecón. DJ Camelo, Alex Sensation. Págame la música. Porque es Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez se tiene que fajar. Teofimo Lopez has to do the impossible. If Teo beats Shakur, even the pundits are saying, yeah, I think that the winner of this Teo, they'll move into the top 5 and the top 3. Mira, señor, usted tan loco, eh? Y'all want to strangle pundits, man. I want to strangle people, bruh. So if Teofimo Lopez beats Shakur, maybe he's in the top 3. Maybe in the top 3. If Teofimo Lopez beats Shakur Stevenson, if he's not pound for pound number 1, I'm going to call Bellevue Hospital and put all of y'all into the Bellevue Hospital. The hate, I mean, look, man, the hate just can't be that bad, bro. Even the devil doesn't understand y'all hate. Even the devil doesn't understand the hate. He said, Jay Pitt said, I can't give a number 1. So, Usyk, undisputed at cruiserweight. Usyk beat Fury. Usyk beat Daniel Dubois. Usyk beat AJ. I love Usyk. Ino Uwe, 4 division world champion, 2 division undisputed world champion. Beat the likes of Rodriguez, the Maloney, the Neri, the Stephen Fulton, the Nonito Donaire, yeah. Bivol, Canelo, Beterbiev, Sudo Ramirez. I like that. I like the 3 wins. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, that was regarded pound for pound number 1. Beat the undisputed Josh Taylor at 140, who had one of the best undisputed run. And beat Shakur Stevenson in his prime. All these guys in their prime, pound for pound. He's not going to be number 1? What does he need to do to be number 1? And it's okay. Yo, Savage in the building was good. And it's okay. It's okay. You know what? Keep on hating and keep on devaluing, because all y'all doing is keep feeding the animal. All y'all doing is keep feeding the beast. Even Shakur Stevenson in his recent interview with the DAZN, and they told him to mention the pound for pound, and he says Teofimo Lopez, and it goes and he's like, what? Well, that's my pound for pound. Not even Shakur Stevenson understands the hate. not even Shakur Stevenson understand. Yo, even Shakur Stevenson, when I allow y'all hate to he can't even adopt the hate that people have for Tio. Even in the interview with Ring, he goes, "You is undisputed." Tio, no, you know, I know undisputed. You are undisputed. Even Shakur Stevenson doesn't even understand the hate that y'all have for Tio. Go watch the interview with the Zone. Shakur Stevenson, they said, name the pound for pound fighters, and he says Tio, and it goes, eh. He's like, all right, that's my pound for pound. Because it doesn't even make sense. The hate doesn't make sense. I don't know if Teofimo Lopez slept with all the Ring panelists' wives. I don't know. I have to ask that to Tio. Tio, did you sleep with all these dudes, women, or something like that? Because they hate you, bro. What about the guys in the Zone? Did you sleep with them, with their wives? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you doing behind the scenes with you? Why are you doing that to these guys? Are you being a home wrecker? Are you being a home wrecker with these guys, Tio? Or you trying to be what Clarissa Shields is to Papoose and with Remy? Are you sleeping with other significant others? D Wiz in the building with the $5 super chat. D Wiz. Some pundits saying if Shakur wins, he's top 5 pound for pound. But if Tio wins, he's not top 5 pound for pound. Make it make sense. They don't even hide the hate anymore. They don't. They don't hide the hate anymore, bro. They don't. It's weird, bro. Tio is, yo, I've been a boxing fan all my life. I've known fighters that get hate. I know fighters that get overly praised. I know fighters that got their country to back them that don't even allow the hate. And yo, I even seen a video that says that Shakur will beat Tio like Floyd Mayweather did Gotti. They even trying to say that the Tio fights like Gotti, bro. Oh my God. Yo, it's like, yo, Shakur never showed anybody that he's even Pretty Boy Floyd. Shakur never showed that. I mean, to be honest, if we're going to compare any Floyd to Shakur, it will probably be the later part of Mayweather. It would be Mayweather versus Berto. Like, if you really look at boxing, if you really study, Tio is more like Pretty Boy Floyd than Shakur is. Yo, even one of the coaches, shout out to Sean Zito. He had an interview with one of the coaches of USA Olympic that seen these guys grow up 12, 13, 14, whatever, when they was out there in Colorado and stuff like that. And even when Sean Zito asked them, Shakur Stevenson with the shoulder roll like Floyd Mayweather, and he goes, no. Because you do this, that means you're Floyd. Yo, put it this way. Teofimo Lopez got a better catch and shoot and got a better shoulder roll game than even Shakur Stevenson. Shakur's even southpaw. That's not... It's just weird. It's this weird... Like, I respect Shakur Stevenson, but I don't analyze Shakur the way people do. It's weird. It's like people are desperate for Shakur to be like Floyd. Floyd is a whole different type of animal, bro. Floyd is a whole different type of animal. Yo, when Floyd listens to this, when people say that, Shakur, I think that Floyd feels so highly disrespectful. So disrespected, like, really? Do y'all want? Yo, you remember when he walked up to go? Do you remember that when that bell rung and he walked up to Corrales and just went after Corrales and hit that body shot and knocked on Corrales right after he stood up from his stool? You have seen that from Shakur Stevenson? When remember Floyd Mayweather thing? Woman, he speed walked to Corrales, hang, and dropped him. You think that reminds you of Shakur Stevenson? Really? Pretty boy Floyd putting hands, power, all the repertoire on Gotti. That reminds you of Shakur? Yo, you guys, stop! Please stop with the drugs, man. Drug is no good. Drug is whack, man. Drug is no good. Take your little hit there, your little patada if y'all want, but you guys are really close to overdosing. I don't understand this. Boxing is not that difficult, especially when you have a lot of things right in front of you. People have this. I don't know if people are watching Peter Pan lately. And they watching. Use your imagination, Peter. Use your imagination. Imagine that Shakur Stevenson is Floyd Mayweather when he was 20, 25 years old. Imagine it. Use your imagination, Peter. Use your imagination. Because Shakur got enough fights. Just go by his fights. Go by Teo's fights. Go by the best that you've seen Shakur and the opponent, the skill set. Go to the best of Teo and see how his skill set at the highest. You don't have to come up with the imagination thing. Like I won't say that Teofimo Lopez is Kid Dynamite Mike Tyson just to make me feel good. I won't put that on Teo, right? I don't like. When I break down Teo's skill set, I am breaking down everything he showed me and you. I don't put another style on Teo that I haven't seen or more attributes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why people do that with Shakur? Shakur showed you who he is. He showed you who he is. Just go by that. Like, ain't nobody saying, yo, Teo, he's Roberto Duran. Teo is Oscar de la Hoya and when you know what I'm saying, throw these combinations and jab and stuff like that. Like nobody does that to Teo because Teo, you just go by what Teo is. You guys are dreaming with Shakur. With Teo, when it comes to Shakur is Bud Crawford, Shakur is Floyd Mayweather fighting Teofimo Lopez. Because you guys don't put Teofimo, y'all don't put no other legendary fighter on Teofimo Lopez. Y'all don't say, oh, yo, Teofimo Lopez. Oh, yeah, man, he's Mike Tyson. Oh, yeah. He's Roberto Duran. Oh, yeah, he's Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's slick. He's slick gordo. Oh, yeah. Teo's not a Mexican fighter. Teo doesn't got Mexican style. See, the thing is that you don't know the style of Teo. Maybe because Teo is Teo. Teo's a one of one. You can't really compare him. You're desperately trying to compare Shakur Stevenson because he haven't shown you something greater than what you think. You don't believe in Shakur. See, I believe in Shakur's skills. But you guys don't believe in Shakur because you're pretending he's somebody he's not. Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth. They pushing him to be something he's not. It is what it is. Facts. Why though? Because they really don't believe that Shakur could beat Teo. That's it. So break it down right. The closer the fight gets, when it comes fight week, people are going to go back to the tapes. They're going to slow it down. It happens all the time. People are going to slow it down. D1 in the building. What's good? D1, Sessa in the building. D1 in the building. The members. Why? And okay, now this is a wide range question. This is a wide range question. Why does the most proven don't get the benefit of the doubt in this era of boxing? Why does because I got Jamal Charlo also in the thumbnail. Jamal Charlo is calling out Boots, is calling out Virgil. And I told you, I said, yo, the 154-pound division is the landmine division, is the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. Nobody has done more significant. Nobody has accomplished or done more significant work at 154 than Jermell Charlo. Why when I match Jamal Charlo, it's like, it's almost like if I'm giving you bad food. Like, no, he's not better than Virgil. Virgil will knock him out. I mean, Boots will beat Jamal. What has Virgil or Boots done to tell me that they could beat a Jamal Charlo? I'm not saying that they don't have the qualities, but what is this? That's not a good fight. Ladies and gentlemen, if Jamal Charlo goes back to his kingdom, oh yes, Simba is coming back to Pride Rock. Ain't nobody never done nothing more than Jamal Charlo. Stop with this. Oh, but Jermell, the way he performed versus Canelo. He went to 168 to face Canelo, folks. He's going back to 154. Why don't y'all like that fight? Because I'm going to tell you like this. If Jermell Charlo comes back to 154 like he said he will, and let's say he fights Virgil Ortiz, and let's just say that Virgil Ortiz beat Jermell Charlo. Let me tell you like this. When Jermell Charlo comes back, all the belt holders are just belt holders. Title holders don't make you a champion. Ain't none of these motherfuckers that got belts took it away from Jermell Charlo. If Jermell Charlo comes back and say, I'm that man, he's the king, bro. He is the king. He don't got to prove nothing to nobody in 154. They got to prove something to him. Jermell Charlo don't have to prove nothing to nobody at 150, currently at 154 right now. Because none of them has done anything more. Okay, Fedora beat Tim Zoom. Okay, what else? Background beat Tim Zoom. Okay, what else? Virgil Ortiz beat Erickson Lubin. Guess what with Jermell Charlo did to Erickson Lubin? Okay. Majumov. Who's Majumov? Really? Compare, because he did good versus Bud Crawford. That's why the win versus Majumov is great. Let's be real, let's be honest. The reason why the win, and I'm a Virgil fan, the reason why Virgil Ortiz win over Majumov was good is because Majumov did good versus Bud. That's it. But Majumov didn't do too much, didn't do anything at 154. What boy checked that at 154? Boots beat Lima at 154. Xander beat who at 154? What is this thing about? Oh no, Jermell Charlo ain't beating this. He ain't the guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a damn how long he's been out from 154. If you ain't do nothing more significant and you're still relevant, and I see that you're still in shape and stuff like that, like Jermell Charlo is, he still be training, still in shape, look like in better shape than a lot of these guys. If Floyd Mayweather goes back to welterweight division, he's the king. Right now, if Floyd Mayweather says, I'm coming out of retirement, I'm going back to the welterweight division, who's your number one guy? Let me ask you. Even at his age, if Floyd Mayweather comes back at 147, I'm back. We seen him training, damn in shape. Floyd Mayweather. Who's the best at 147 right now? Mario Barrios. Devin Haney beats Floyd Mayweather. Does Devin Haney beat Floyd Mayweather right now? Does Devin Haney beat Floyd Mayweather at 147 right now? Motherfuckers is thinking hard right now. Shit. Hey, 48-year-old Floyd Mayweather comes back to 147. Does Devin Haney beats Floyd Mayweather? Does Mario Barrios beat Floyd Mayweather? Does Rolly beat Floyd Mayweather? Huh? Does Rolly beat Floyd Mayweather? Ronaldo Polanco. Does he beat Floyd Mayweather at 154, 147? Dime mi gente. Yeah, it don't matter. Because he's the king. He's the king. Bud Crawford could be out for 2 years, 3 years. Removed from 154, 147, 160. Bud Crawford comes back. He's the favorite. Doesn't matter how long he's been out. He's the favorite. Now, let me tell you, like, if Jermell Charlo would have took damage from Canelo, damage. He didn't even take damage from Canelo Alvarez. He just lost. He didn't take damage. He even had a black eye, no cuts, no nothing. He just ain't go for it like that. He ain't took damage. Now, if you take damage and you coming back, then there's questions because of the damage that you took. Just like there was damage with Devin Haney, just like it's damage with Earl Spence, right? Took damage. He took damage. Why does the people that prove the most of this era, they get shitted on the most? What is going on with the American boxing fans? Are we bored collectively, or do we just hate great things? What is it, folks? What is it? What is it, man? What is it? Even if you get good Vijiji juice, you be like, oh man, this thing smells good. I'd rather have it, it smells bad. Is that what it is? Sorry for the ladies in the building and stuff like that. I just, but there's more men in boxing and stuff like that. What is it? Why y'all hate everything that's really great or the potential to be great? And then when y'all don't even have nobody to match them up, he said, because all these guys have podcasts now and being paid to push certain narratives. Yeah, I think that's what it is. They pushing the narrative. They want to be friends with Shakur, and they want to be friends because he got a team. Being friends with Shakur is like being friends with Keyshawn, and being friends with Shakur and Keyshawn is like being friends with Bud. So then being friends with Bud, you still get the Bo Mac, you still get the wide range because it's a camp, it's a crew. That's the crew. If you disrespect Shakur, then Keyshawn don't want to F with you. If you disrespect Bud, then Bud don't want to F with you. These other guys don't want to F with you. See, Teo is a one-man army. Teo don't got an entourage. Teo don't got bodyguards. Teo don't got these Teo is not around all these fighters. And when he's around a fighter, once that fighter goes to his weight class, like Rolly Romero, he said, "You not my friend, bro. You standing in my way." Teo was the one to stand up to Turkey. Teo was the one to stand up to Top Rank. Where's Top Rank right now? Everything that Teofimo Lopez has been saying, where's Top Rank right now? Teo done all the work. Teo's the one that got paid the less. Teo is the one that gets that the network ESPN says he's undisputed. Then when he's fighting Josh Taylor, they forget what they say. Teo is the guy where the belt federation want to F him over. Now there's no such thing as a franchise no more. We've seen Teofimo Lopez politically wise. His legacy been tampered with. His value been devalued. And you guys cheer that shit on. Yeah, in the same tongue, you guys will say, I want fighters to dare to be great. And I want fighters to fight like they did back in the days. And when Teofimo Lopez of this generation started it all, because Gervonta Tank Davis didn't want to do it, Teo did. Teo was the one that y'all devalue. I'm going to say it again. Teo is the only fighter. And the shit don't even start now. Teo, the only fighter in the history of USA boxing that wins the USA Olympic trial and doesn't represent USA. Shit, put it this way. We know the history when Roy Jones Jr. got robbed. And we know the history when Floyd Mayweather got robbed. And people feel like Shakur Stevenson got robbed as well. Teofimo Lopez got robbed from his opportunity just for not even being a USA Olympic. In the 80 plus years, USA Olympic plus, Teo is the only fighter in the history of USA boxing to win a USA Olympic trial. Do you know how hard that is to do? Ask any American fighter, any American Olympic, any USA Olympic fighter, amateur fighter, that the hardest thing to do is win the USA Olympic trials. And guess what? Teofimo Lopez did it. And got snubbed to represent USA. That's the reason why he went to represent Honduras. Y'all want to know why I support Teofimo Lopez? Because boxing, as much as this guy always wants to be great and does the right thing to be great, he gets snubbed. Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, has changed the way people see boxing. Because Teofimo Lopez's greatness, and because and you know, I compare Teo. I compare what fans, the media is doing to Teo, what the fans and the media did to Russell Westbrook in basketball. See, because he's not coming in with the hype. You're not expecting Teo to be the next face of boxing. Just like you're not depending that Russell Westbrook was going to be the next big thing. So because Russell Westbrook does the unthinkable at his height in this era and averages a triple-double the way that he averaged that triple-double, I'm a baller. I ain't never seen nothing like that because there is no footage of Oscar Robertson. There's no footage. Russell Westbrook was the first time you saw it. I'm talking about 30, 15 rebounds. We ain't never seen nothing like it. And guess what the media did? Oh, he's stat padding. We never heard that before. We never heard that from Jason Kidd. We never heard that narrative from Oscar Robertson. We never heard it from Magic Johnson. A triple-double in the basketball world is the most unselfish basketball player there is. But when Russell Westbrook did it, you got Skip Bayless. He has a traffic. He starts the narrative, and everybody devalues Russell Westbrook. You know why? Because LeBron James couldn't do that. Kobe couldn't do that. Not even Jordan could do that. Russell Westbrook did something that our eyes never saw before in that level. And carry that team like that, we ain't never seen that. I'm a baller, man. The hardest thing for a basketball player to do is get a triple-double. And I know a little skimpy triple-double, like 10 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. This motherfucker was doing 40, 20 rebounds, 17 assists with 7 steals. And the man today has a minimum by fighting. I'm playing with the veteran minimum. They did everything to bring that man down to the point where they're like, oh no, he's not an NBA basketball player. Because he was not supposed to do that. He was not hyped to do that. He was not supposed to be the guy to do it. The same way for Teo. Teo was not supposed to be the guy to be Vasily Lomachenko. It was supposed to be Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson are the prodigies. They the one that started off. Devin Haney started off with Roy Jones Jr., with Zab Judah, with Floyd Mayweather. He's a prodigy. Shakur Stevenson is a prodigy. Teofimo Lopez is just this guy. Born in Brooklyn, bred in Florida. Only him and his dad. And his dad's mouth promoting and his training. No hype. Everything they earned was from the mud. No hype, no vacant titles. He took it from a champion. He ain't get no upgraded for nothing like other fighters do. He needed to take it from the champion. He needed to unify the titles with Lomachenko. And even when he's climbing back the ladder, he didn't get another vacant title waiting for him in his next division. He needed to fight and be Regis Prograis. He needed to fight and beat Cepeda. He didn't need to go and beat Barbosa. He needed to get back to where he's at right now. He needed to go after the King, Josh Taylor, and still to this day, Teo is disrespected. Most of the boxers, when they're climbing back the ladder after their fall, they will get a little vacant. They move on to the next title. I'll put it this way. Bud Crawford moved to the 147-pound division. He didn't fight Thurman. He didn't fight Spence. He didn't fight Porter. Yeah, he got the wickets that get Jeff Horn. And then he moved to 154. He didn't fight. No, go fight Mazurov. Shout out to him when he went to fight Canelo Alvarez, right? But that's a turkey out shit. Turkey gave it to him. David Benavidez got a vacant title. Shakur Stevenson got a vacant title. The first time that Devin Haney became a world champion was elevated when they gave Vasily Lomachenko, elevated him to franchise. He didn't even win it. And then when he takes his loss versus Ryan Garcia, yeah, he moved and get a little catchweight to get, you know what I'm saying? He get the Jose Ramirez and then it beat a Brian Norman. But people thought that Boots was the guy. But Brian Norman just all you got right there, right? Shout out to Devin. But Tio, to be in the position that he's at right now, had to go through Josh Taylor. Hey, yo, Tio, if you want to get paid this much money, you got to fight Josh Taylor. All right, give me Josh Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, after Jose Ramirez, who called out Josh Taylor? After Jose Ramirez, what fighter was calling out Josh Taylor outside of his mandatory challenger like Steve Clark because he's mandatory? What other fighter wanted to dare to be great and fight Josh Taylor? Right away, when even Gervonta Tank Davis went to 140 and fought Mario Barrios, I remember that the question was asked to Leonard Ellaby and say, oh, if Gervonta Tank Davis is at 140, why not fight the real champion, Josh Taylor? He said, it doesn't make sense. That's what I got. That's what I got blocked, bro. I was saying, oh, it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense for Gervonta Tank Davis to dare to be great, fight for the undisputed at 140 since he want to be the undisputed, go and fight Mario Barrios. Why not Josh Taylor? No, he's too big. They went back down. Right? Am I lying? You know what I love about this? That at 141, ain't nobody saying that, yo, punch your lion. No, Catterall was a mandatory. So the mandatory is always going to be like, yeah, I want that because they're a mandatory position. I'm talking about fighters that want to dare to be great and call out. When Josh Taylor beat Jose Ramirez out there in the UK, guess who did a face-off? When Josh Taylor beat Jose Ramirez, and then in the UK, who was facing off? Who Josh Taylor was calling out? Josh Taylor was calling out Terrence Bud Crawford. And they had a little face-off out there in the UK. Y'all forgot about that? Y'all forgot about that. Y'all forgot about that? Y'all remember that? Hold on. Give me a second. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember this? Y'all don't remember this? Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that, right? Oh, but when Tio beats Josh Taylor and calls out Bud Crawford, you man stupid. And now Tio shit, what the fuck? Hell no. But Josh Taylor was the undisputed, and it was okay for Josh Taylor to call out Bud Crawford. Oh, it was respectable. It was Josh Taylor, the undisputed, daring to be great, going to 147, the potential going to 147. And if Bud Crawford can't get the fight that he wants versus Earl Spence and the Thurmans of the world, even Bud Crawford said that he would entertain a fight with Josh Taylor. It was all good. But when Tio beats Josh Taylor, and if Josh Taylor didn't vacate the belt, that's why he should be recognized as undisputed. He calls out Bud Crawford, and the world of boxing says that Teofimo Lopez is mentally ill. But Josh Taylor ain't mentally ill, right? Because y'all hate for no reason. You want fighters to dare to be great, do the impossible. But Crawford could go up and fight Canelo Alvarez, and he has the opportunity to be dare to be great. Why not Teo? Because y'all don't like him. Y'all scared that he may pull the upset. He may do the impossible like Bud Crawford did. Ooh. No, he ain't never gonna do that shit. Hey, put it this way. I ain't think that Bud Crawford could do it with Canelo Alvarez. You never know. Ain't none of y'all out here was saying that, you know what I'm saying? Buster Douglas is going to go out there in Japan and beat Mike Tyson. Ain't none of y'all. We don't know what's going to happen. We can only make logical predictions and logical breakdowns. That's it. We can only make logical predictions and logical breakdowns. And then whatever happens, happens. We, you know what I'm saying? That's why we eat crow and stuff like that. Some people are geniuses one day and the next day they're eating crow. We can only make logical predictions. I'm only making logical predictions. He said Taylor was washed. Oh, he was washed after just a tough fight with Catterall. So he was already washed. Oh, now he was washed. Okay, so Madrimov was so Bud Crawford was washed after Madrimov. So Bud Crawford was washed after Madrimov, right? How he struggled with a 10-0 guy. No? Okay. All right. Okay. Just to devalue Teofimo Lopez. Now Josh Taylor was washed. one tough fight, you're washed. All right, Canelo. Okay, put it this way: Canelo Alvarez was washed after Williams' call. Yeah, let's take everybody's wins away. Canelo Alvarez was washed since Josh Taylor was washed, right? Since Josh Taylor was washed, then you know what? The Bud Crawford winning that because Canelo Alvarez was washed after the Williams skull fight. Canelo ain't do nothing, man. He couldn't even cut the ring off, right? He looked at washed. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez was washed. Keep that same energy. That's what happens. We can't do that. Let's stop with the devaluing just to prove what point. Prove what point. Prove what point. Because your favorite fighter was scared to fight a Josh Taylor. Devin Haney said he wouldn't fight Josh Taylor. Hold on. Oh, man. Pick sharp. At the time when Devin Haney, was training with what's his name? The trainer of Tyson Fury and Josh Taylor at the time. And they say, nah, I don't fight Josh Taylor because, you know what I'm saying? Dan, what's the trainer of Josh Taylor at the time? What is it? Oh man, it's right on Dan. What's his name? Anybody, right quick. Let me see. Ben Davison. Thank you. Ben Davison. Ben Davison was helping out Devin Haney leading up to Jorge Linares fight. And around that time, they asked him, will he move up to fight Josh Taylor? He said he won't fight Josh Taylor around that time. Teofimo Lopez was calling out Josh Taylor around that time. The old layman's excuse, the fighter is watch. When he loses, he feel, yeah. They watch. Everybody watched them. Everybody watch. Ain't no win good enough. Ain't no win good. Just like with the Roberto, no, Roberto Duran, he quit because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He gained man weight. You know what I'm saying? He gained man weight. Like if it wasn't Roberto Duran's fault. Who told Roberto Duran to gain all that weight? Because we make fun of when other fighters is come overweight. We crucified him. Now with Duran. Now the reason why he quit, you gotta understand Roberto Duran, you know what I'm saying, was overweight. And you know what I'm saying? Yo, it'd be funny, bro. It'd be funny. It'd be funny, man. Everybody thought that so what about when Manny Pacquiao struggled with Jeff Horn, but then he come back around, fights several fights later and beat Keith Thurman. Was Manny Pacquiao washed up? Was Keith Thurman washed up after the Danny Garcia fight? Nah. So come on, let's stop taking wins away. People are desperately trying to take wins and accolades away from Tio. Have they taken enough away already from Tio? Y'all taking enough away from Tio. And Tio, once again, stepping up. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. Tio versus Shakur at this time was better than the Tio versus Devin Haney. Because Devin Haney was coming from the ass whooping of Ryan Garcia and then running from Jose Ramirez. And even though that I wanted the fight, when the fight was on the table, remember, I was preaching for that Tio versus Boots all summer long, before all spring. You know, I was preaching that Boots and Tio, just like Turkey Al Sheikh wanted that fight. I'd want Boots and Teofimo Lopez. I'd want the winner of Brian Garcia Rolly. We want the rematch of Ryan and Devin Haney, and the winner of Teofimo Lopez fighter Boots Ennis. Boots, that was supposed to be the deal. It wasn't supposed to be Tio and Devin. But when that shit got on the table, and I said, shit, man, scrape him up. Easy work. Shout out to Devin, but I always picked Tio to beat Devin. And hey, Devin Haney was ready to fight Tio. He was ready. But at the time, the momentum, it wasn't on Devin's favor, performance-wise. He was just coming out of that Jose Ramirez track and field meet. See, but Shakur, coming from the Cepeda, many feel that that's Shakur Stevenson's best performance. Teofimo Lopez coming out the performance with Arnold Barbosa was the best performance out there in Times Square. So the momentum is good where Tio and Shakur is at. The money, right, and is in Madison Square Garden in American soil. And I forget that Tio and Devin would have fought in Saudi Arabia. You telling me that we've been talking about that fight and we was going to get that shit in Saudi Arabia? Nah, I don't give a fuck. I want that shit over here. Shakur Stevenson is elevated in a better position on the pound for pound list than the Devin Haney. So Tio is fighting the better fighter, the unblemished fighter, the fighter that, oh my God, he barely lose a round. So Tio got a better challenge. This is a better fight. This is a bigger fight. But still, Tio gets disrespected. Barbosa was a great competitor, but is he really world? Barbosa was a great competitor, but is he really timeout? Armin. if people are saying that Catterall beat Josh Taylor and Josh Taylor was washed up, okay, then Catterall wasn't washed up. Let's not forget that Barbosa is coming out of the win. As a matter of fact, in that Times Square card, Barbosa has the best momentum in any of those guys. The better opponents leading up to each fight. Ryan Garcia, Rolly was coming from a loss. Ryan Garcia coming from 1 year suspension. Devin Haney coming from an ass whooping, 1 year suspension. Jose Ramirez coming from a loss. Teofimo Lopez coming out from the Steve Claggett performance. And you got Barbosa coming from the Jose Ramirez and the Jack Catterall. Meaning that if Jack Catterall would have got that win that people say that, Catterall beat Josh Taylor. Okay, that means Catterall was undisputed, right? Okay, then Barbosa beats Jose Ramirez. Then Barbosa beats the undisputed Catterall. Barbosa is undisputed. Then T fights Teo. Then Teo beats Barbosa. Then Teo's undisputed. See the narrative? We beat the narrative. So Barbosa was that guy. Barbosa was that guy. Yeah. I mean, if the narrative fits, right? Does the narrative fits? But none of those guys on the Zone and Ring Magazine want to talk about that. No, nobody, everybody want to shh. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I love it when they spin that narrative. Spin it. Spin the narrative. Say that Josh Taylor wasn't the guy that he lost to Catterall. Okay, Barbosa beat Catterall, and then Teofimo Lopez beat Barbosa. Ding, ding, ding. He's still undisputed. Okay. All right. He's still lineal. Think about it. Catterall, if Catterall beat Josh Taylor, he'll be lineal, right? And then if Catterall beat Josh Taylor, okay, Barbosa beats Jose Ramirez, Barbosa beats Catterall, he becomes lineal. Then Teofimo Lopez beat Barbosa, he still become lineal. It's still good. It's still good. Come on, bring on the narrative, folks. Bring on the narrative. Who y'all respected more going in that fight? Y'all respect the Jose Ramirez more, Rolly more, or Arnold Barbosa going into Times Square? Going into Times Square, who was more respectable going into that fight? Jose Ramirez versus Devin Haney, Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia, El Barbosa. Which was the closer betting odds? Who was supposed to, if there was any upset, who they said was going to win in an upset? Caesar with a $5 super chat says, yo, my boy. Tim Bradley said, Rec intent bat, this was going to go easy for Shakur. Why is he hating and discounting Teofimo Lopez like that? Because he always hated on Teo. He always hated on Teo. This ain't new. You feel me, Caesar? He always hated on Teo. This is Timothy Bradley is the biggest Teo hater of them all. The thing is, Timothy Bradley just been feeling stupid year after year, fight after fight. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I find it right here. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll find it right here. Give me a second. Let me see if I find that video. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. Smash the like. Smash the like. Smash the likety likey like. And let me see if I find the video right here above. Because I did a video about it. It's so funny how. It's just funny how Timothy Bradley. Hey, but Timothy Bradley. But I'm just right here.
You're not beating Shakur Stevenson. You're not. No. I know your habits. He knows your habits. He sees already how to beat you. He knows already how to beat you, Stevenson. He's that type of dude. Shoot, that last fight didn't convince y'all? Y'all, because y'all don't know what y'all looking at. See, a lot of y'all be going to these goofies channels and y'all be listening to these goofies. Come here and get the real. All right, little tiny Timmy. Let's see if listening to Timothy Bradley gonna make you earn money or make you lose money. A better, a more complete fighter than Teofimo Lopez, especially at 140 pounds. If Lopez can't hit him and hurt him and knock him the hell out, I have to say, I got Taylor. I got Taylor. And he might even stop Taylor. He might even can stop Lopez. You's a liar!
Is he ready for it based on what you saw?
With this type of performance? Absolutely not. Richard Comey has power in both hands. You's a liar! He's versatile, more explosive, got punching power, but you got a more technically all-around fighter in Barboza. I think that's the small little difference. You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Is Teofimo ready for number 2?
Yeah, no, it's not even good. Teofimo got skills, but I haven't seen enough, man. I haven't seen enough. The competition
Timothy Bradley picked Richard Comey to beat T.O., Lomachenko to beat T.O., Josh Taylor to beat T.O., Arnold Barboza to beat T.O. All right, go to Timothy Bradley, yo. Go ahead. Hey, yo, Timothy, tell him that Shakur is gonna beat him, please. So everybody will bet on Shakur. Tell him Timothy Bradley. I think Timothy Bradley has been the good luck. He is the good luck. I ain't lying, folks. Man, I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying. Timothy Bradley said, look when he's talking about Richard Comey. Hold on. Let's put it together. Hold on. Which is we talking about Richard Comey.
You can stop Lopez. You's a liar.
This one, Timothy Bradley picks Richard Comey.
For it based on what you saw.
With this type of performance? Absolutely not. Richard Comey has power in both hands.
They asked him after the performance with Nakatani, does Teofimo Lopez beats Richard Comey? Absolutely not. What did T.O. did to Richard Comey, ladies and gentlemen? Huh? Timothy Bradley on Arnold Barboza. Look what he says. Barboza, a better technical boxer than T.O.
More explosive, got punching in both hands. You's a liar. He's versatile, more explosive, got punching power, but you got a more technically all-around fighter in Barboza. I think that's the small little difference. You smoke crack, don't you?
So he goes. Look at folks. Just listen up. How many times you hear it? So he says Barboza is a more technically sound fighter than Teofimo Lopez, a better boxer. Teo is more explosive, but he's more technically sound. Does that sound familiar? Folks, does that sound familiar? Shakur is more technically more sound than Teo, and Teo is more explosive. Isn't that now the same old take? But Teo doesn't do good. Teo doesn't do good with boxers. So what was Arnold Barboza? What was Lomachenko? What was Josh Taylor? Okay, what was they? Brawlers? Gotti? Huh? William Cepeda? The other Cepeda? Yo, man. I just let's break it down unbiased, logically, and objectively. Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, will have to take risks. To beat Teofimo Lopez, he will have to take risks. And he will have to overcome what's coming back to him. Teofimo Lopez is a highly dedicated fighter. He don't drink. He don't smoke. He's a gym rat. He knows what the people are saying. He knows everybody's against him. He knows the politics and everybody against him. He knows most of the boxing content creators and the media, independent media is against him. He knows most of the fans are against him. You're just feeding an animal. You guys don't even know how Shakur is going to win. You just hoping that he runs enough, be away from Teo enough, and you hoping that they give it to Shakur, because nobody has the analysis that says that Shakur would take it from Teo. So so ladies and gentlemen, if nobody in the boxing industry, no pundits, no boxing coaches, no boxing trainers has told you publicly that Shakur is going to take it from Teo, is because they wishing on a star to find where you are. They're wishing that they give it to Shakur. They counting on they giving it to Shakur. Not that Shakur is going to take it to Teo. Any boxing fan in the building, any box, hey, what's good? Do I make sense? Am I lying? Can you tell me one person, just one person, one trainer, one pundit, one former fighter, former great, anybody in the world of boxing that says that Shakur is going to go and take it from Teo? One person. One person. One person. Can anybody tell me one person? Shakur's going to go in there. He's going to inflict pain. He's going to add some combination. He's going to go take it from Teo. He's going to push him back. He's going to push him in the ropes. He's going to win the exchanges. He's going to throw more high volume punching. He's going to go to the body. He got a hook. Hey, yo, has anybody even said that Shakur Stevenson is going to hook Teo? Going to throw a nice hook. I mean, Shakur Stevens going to throw a nice uppercut, and nice uppercut going to hurt Teo. Anybody giving me these like, can you give me an imagination? Tito, Rel, he's training Shakur. He's gonna say these things. He don't believe it. If he was training Teo, he would say that we're stupid for saying that Shakur is gonna knock out Teo. There was never been an analysis. There has never been a take in the past since Shakur Stevenson got into contentions. They didn't even predict that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Oscar Valdez. They didn't predict that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Jermell Herring. They didn't predict that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Yoshino. They didn't predict that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Edgar de los Santos. They didn't predict that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out. But now they're going to predict that Shakur Stevenson going to knock out Teofimo Lopez, because these people are liars, bro. People are liars. Yo, when people lie to y'all like that, yo, tell them in the chat. Shut the man. Now y'all lying to me. Now y'all being stupid. So now all of a sudden, Shakur Stevenson is gonna knock out Teofimo. That's what that's the take now. You know why they say that? They don't even got a take, bro. They don't even know what to say. I'm telling you, they're watching Peter Pan. They're using their imagination so they can fly. So now, all of a sudden, all these years of watching Shakur Stevenson, now he's going to knock out a Teofimo. Okay. Good one. Cool. It just put it this way. If Coach Rel is saying that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teo, if anybody in Shakur's team, I'm gonna tell you right. Yes, okay. If people want to start narratives, let me start this narrative right now. If anybody in Shakur's team saying that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez, they're injecting steroids of Shakur Stevenson's ass. If anybody in Shakur Stevenson's team saying that Shakur is all of a sudden a knockout artist and gonna knock out Shakur, is gonna knock out Teofimo Lopez, it's because they're injecting steroids up Shakur Stevenson's ass. If Zab Judah is saying that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez in the 4th round, it's because Zab Judah knows everything about snack. He knows everything about Victor Conte. Bud Crawford knows about snack and Victor Conte, and recipes Victor Conte. They got the whole regimen. They ain't both injecting snacks and steroids up Shakur Stevenson buttocks. If anybody is saying that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez all of a sudden, they got the memo. You giving us the memo. You just gave us the memo that the politics of the sport of boxing is going to work around Shakur Stevenson. He got steroids up his veins, up his ass, and they got the best product that you going to give. If anybody all of a sudden in 2026 is giving me a take in Shakur Stevenson's team, Shakur's going to knock out Tio. All right, that's it. He's on steroids. Plain and simple. The best steroids that you can find. The upgraded ones. That's it. Coach Rel is if Coach Rel is saying, look, I'm saying it. If Coach Rel is saying that Shakur is going to knock out Tio and Coach Rel's in Shakur Stevenson's team, he's injecting Shakur Stevenson with steroids. Simple. Because ain't nobody fucking saying that Shakur Stevenson is a fucking knockout artist all of a sudden. You just don't become a knockout artist all of a sudden. We know how to analyze boxing. You just don't become this knockout artist and start knocking out elite fighter. You can't knock out none of these guys, but now you can knock out. It took you 9th round to knock out, to stop a electrician that's coming for 2 days notice. And no, now he gonna knock out Tio. Okay. All right. Okay, now I know what it is then. Now I know what it is. Everybody on the hush and hush. So everybody that's parading, oh, is that the confidence, right? Oh, that's the confidence. Now I understand the confidence. It's because, hey, they letting you, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, do what he want to do. Okay, all right. Hey, yo, any boxing, they forgot about his hands too. No, they forgot about Shakur Stevenson's hands. No, you don't. Hey, yo, any boxing, they don't even got hand. Shakur doesn't even got hand problems. He don't even got hand problems. All of a sudden, Shakur Stevenson is a knockout artist, and the hand problems has vanished away. Yo, people are funny, bro. Okay. All right. All of a sudden, Shakur, this knockout artist, this Kid Dynamite, he's going after Tio, going to knock Tio out. Okay. Now I know. Everybody's all in it. I get it. I'm going to connect the dots. If Zab Judah is saying that Teofimo Lopez is going to get knocked out in the 4th round, okay, let's see. This Scooter, oh, shit. Oh, okay. All right, okay, snack affiliated, Bud Crawford, all right, Victor Conte regiment, okay, and then Zab Judah, no Scooter. Scooter was working with Ryan Garcia, Oster, and okay. I'm gonna start making this sense. If that's gonna be the thing that motherfuckers gonna say that he's gonna knock this guy out, I'm gonna start questioning. Let me get my conspiracy theory cap on. Maybe Zab Judah knows something that we don't know. Maybe Zab Judah is very confident that, yo, Shakur's going out. Whoa. No wonder Shakur is so confident. Conte left his last batch. Yo, I'm just saying, bro. It's weird. It's weird. Like, put it this way. We know Devin Haney's style. We know Shakur Stevenson. Like me, I won't say that if Devin Haney gonna fight Mario Barrios, let's say next. I'm not gonna say that Devin Haney gonna knock him out. I say that I will give you a prediction of what Devin Haney have shown, his style and all of that. He's gonna outbox Mario Barrios. I'm not giving more. I'm not giving less. Right? It's logical. Right? Saying that, okay, folks, saying that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez is like saying that Deontay Wilder is going to outbox Tyson Fury. If you want to put y'all want to put a hat on a fighter that he can't even wear it. So that's what it is. So all of a sudden, Shakur Stevenson is a knockout artist. Saying that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez is like telling me that Deontay Wilder is going to outclass and outbox Tyson Fury. Yeah. He's going to work the jab. He's going to outpunch him. He's going to outbox him. He's going to look slick out there. Man, going like Muhammad Ali out there. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's how dumb people be sounding, bro. And then they want to fall back in the credibility of their fighter, their pundits. They know more than me. They're trainers. You know what I'm saying? Who are you, Punch Drunk Boxing? Who have you trained? Who have you fought? Who have you stepped inside the ring? How you gonna say, okay? So Shakur Stevenson now is a knockout artist. Okay. All right, he's gonna knock out. He's gonna knock out Tio in the 4th round. All right. Shakur can stop. Nah. And Deontay Wilder boxes just like Larry Holmes. Yeah. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yo. Tio has made everybody crazy, bro. Tio has made everybody crazy just because they don't know which Tio is going to show up. And that is what's making people go nuts. See, I like that Teofimo Lopez is discreet. I like this lead up to the fight. Ooh, Teofimo Lopez training. Who he's sparring. He ain't talking. He ain't doing this. He ain't. See, you don't know which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. So all these people going crazy. They're going crazy. Shakur Stevenson is hiring an army to beat Tio. An army. He got coaches in Houston, coaches in Philly. I don't even see Wally no more. There's going to be like 50 voices up there. Wally's not enough anymore. Shout out to Wally. He's not enough. He needs Bud. He needs Ward. He needs everybody. He needs the best sparring partners. He needs the same. And I'm not saying that's a bad job. He's doing a good. Hey, that's what you need to do to be a Tio. Tio has to prove everything. And Shakur Stevenson just needs to stay and hoping that the judges give it to him, right? Tio, this is the new wave, folks. The new wave is the champion needs to take it from the challenger. That's going to be the next video. That's going to be the new wave. The champion needs to take it from the challenger. I get it now. I get it. So if Bivol ever fights David Benavidez, Bivol needs to take it from David Benavidez. Am I right? That's the new thing, right? If Bam Rodriguez fights Naoya Inoue needs to take it from Bam Rodriguez. Am I right? That's what I'm saying, right? That's what we're saying now. Is that what we're saying? Who else is a champion that could be moving up? Who else? If Bud Crawford comes out of retirement, he needs to he needs to take it from Kalen Plant. Or let's say who's moving up? Carlos Adames. Bud Crawford needs to take it from Carlos Adames, right? Is that what we're saying? Suldo Ramirez is going to fight David Benavidez. Suldo Ramirez need to take it from David Benavidez. Is that what we're saying? Suldo Ramirez got to prove it to David Benavidez at cruiserweight. Is that what we're saying? I just want to hear one pundit. I want to hear one pundit, especially that's picking Shakur Stevenson. I just want to hear one say, Shakur Stevenson needs to take it from the champion to win the fight. Because even if Teofimo Lopez wasn't at his best versus Ortiz and didn't look spectacular versus Sandor Martin, they still didn't get the nod. They didn't do enough to take it from the champion. So should Shakur implement that type of style, but he might need to do something more than what these guys did. If you think these guys did good, but they didn't win, it's because they didn't do the extra shit to take it from the champion. So thus, Shakur Stevenson may have to take the risks. But the analysis is that Teofimo Lopez is one of the best counter punchers. So going after Teo is a dumb move. Or Shakur could fight like George Kambosos, but you don't want Shakur to fight like George Kambosos. Anyway, man, we got to get it together, folks. The most proven should not be the most doubted. That's what going to keep fighters from not daring to be great. That's the reason why Tank Davis don't have to fight the fight, because you guys put Tank on the pound for pound list. Tank is the best and all this stuff, and he got all the fans. And people wonder why Gervonta Tank Davis don't dare to be great. Why should he if you already crowned him? They got Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is one of my favorite fighters as well. They got Virgil Ortiz, the top dog at 154. But Xander Zayas is going to be fighting a unification bout. And Fundura got a belt, and he's going to be fighting maybe Thurman. So we're just setting, this is the era of you don't have to prove. You don't have to prove it, right? I like you more, so you're better than everybody else. I don't like you, so you're not good. This is the new wave. We're moving backwards. So does the NBA team has to, you got to fight. I mean, you got to play the other team that didn't make it to the playoffs for me to crown you a champion, for me to respect you. I just want things to make sense. Make it make sense. I'm here to educate and be educated. I just want things to make, I want these people that I respect to make it make sense to me. I want to know how Shakur is going to take it from Teo. I want to know that. That's what I want to know. I want to know how offensively Shakur is going to take it from Teo. Not just that he's defense, because at the end of the day, the name of the game is hit and not get hit. The sweet signs is me not trying to get hit. The sweet signs is hit and not get hit. It's the hurt game. Right? And if there's a champion, the challenger need to take it from the champion. That's how they say championship rounds. In the championship rounds, if it's a close fight heading to the championship rounds, who won it more? Who showed you more dog? Shakur or Teo? It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen, to break down a fight between two fighters that we have witnessed enough. This is our era. Many of y'all just seen the best fights of the past, but this is our era. Stop talking like you don't know Shakur. Stop talking like you don't know Teo. Is Shakur Stevenson, the smaller guy, going to throw more punches than the bigger guy? Is Shakur Stevenson going to overwhelm Teo with his punching output as the smaller guy? Or is Teo going to match the output or throw more punches? Who's more athletic? Who could cut the angles? Who could fight better on the inside, Shakur or Teo? Who's willing to fight on the inside? Who's more comfortable to fight on the inside, Shakur or Teo? Who's more comfortable in throwing combinations off counter shots, Shakur or Teo? When Shakur Stevenson does take risks and is offensively sound, does he get hit more or less than Teo? Because getting hit 272 times by William Zepeda doesn't tell me after the fight that we're dealing with the best defensive fighter in the sport of boxing. Because if Teofimo gets hit 272 times, you'll be saying this is mediocrity. I already put the stats. I put the stats before so many times. For the newbies, this is William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson stats. Zepeda landed 272 shots. Barbosa landed 71 shots. Steve Claggett, the performance that people, oh man, Teofimo Lopez did this and did that. Teofimo Lopez threw almost 1,000 shots. Look at versus Patley. Should we count the Patley one? So when Shakur Stevenson throws shots, he gets hit 272 shots. Are we saying that that's the best defensive fighter in the sport of boxing when you get hit 272 times? I don't think so. Quit the narrative. Quit the narrative. Not even in Teofimo Lopez's worst day. Not even in Teofimo Lopez's worst day, he gets hit that much. This is the George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez. He got hit 182 times. In Teofimo Lopez's worst night, compared to Shakur Stevenson, best night. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson gets hit almost 100 times more than Teofimo Lopez. Am I lying? Okay, I'm lying. Gotta be lying, right? The narrative, Shakur is a good defensive fighter. Yeah, he got good defense. But that's the only thing you could glamour because you're not glamoring the offensive. There's a lot of great offensive fighter that was very, very great at defense. Chocolatito was great at defense. Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was great at defense. Mike Tyson, the peekaboo style, the slipping punches, a master of slipping punches. Barely got hit in the heavyweight division in his prime. Barely got hit. Was great defensively. Julio Cesar Chavez was a great defensive fighter. Roberto Duran was great at the defensive end. Is that they were so equally offensively sound and entertaining that you just don't sit back and say their defense was great. It's because the offense was beautiful, and we're here to see people get hit and people get knocked, and that's the entertainment value. The reason you can't say nothing else about Shakur is because Shakur doesn't overwhelm you with offensive. So ain't nobody glamoring his offensive. Ain't nobody saying, yo, I like the way that Shakur Stevenson be throwing his shots. Shakur Stevenson be hurting his opponent. Yo, Shakur Stevenson be setting up traps and shit like that, then get you out of there. That's not, so they can't even say that. So it's almost like when you say in basketball, when Yo, like, and I said this before, it's like when you're talking basketball, right? And your boy, he don't score that much. You the scorer of the team. Your boy don't score like that. So when y'all go back in the block or whatever and be like, hey, yo, man, how many points you had? And your boy be like, nah, bro, I had that dude on lock, bro. I gave up like good assists. I got like 5 steals and shit like that. Cause he can't talk about how many points he got. Cause he's not a scorer. Shakur could be great. I mean, look, Shakur, he's like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is a great rebounder, and Dennis Rodman, one of the best defensive basketball player ever. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greats. But he ain't no fucking Michael Jordan. He's not all around like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a defensive player of the year one year. Jordan plays defense. But his offensive was so mesmerized and captivate the imagination, the emotions of the basketball fans, that his defense played the back burner. Kobe has great defense, but that's not what people paid attention to because he did other things that was great. Thus, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a great defensive fighter. Is that his offense and his style and the way that he could, a showman, put punches together and dance around and show you different type of through the cross arm and all that stuff. You forget that he could catch, parry shots better than the Shakur Stevenson. Slow that shit down. Slow the tape down. Slow the tape down. Slow the tape. And you're going to see that defensively, Teofimo Lopez is a master as well. But he takes risk. And when you take risk, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught with some shots. Boots Ennis get hit with a right hand. Virgil Ortiz get hit. Oscar De La Hoya got dropped early in his career. Floyd Mayweather got wobbled when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. You take more risk. You're subjected to get counter. That's gonna happen. It's a fight in the end of the day. It's not perfect. Let's see if Shakur Stevenson is willing to take the type of risk to become a champion and take it from the champion, and not depend on the judges to give it to you. Y'all already know it's Punch Drunk Boxing. Tomorrow we back at it with another one. We back at it, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know, man. Shout out to all the boxing content creators. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the members. Have you ever become a member of the Punch Drunk Boxing? Become a member. Shout out to everybody that showed love today. Everybody that smashed that like button. Share the video. Share the live. Become a member. Keep donating and stuff like that. You feel me? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the brothers and the sisters that haven't came in a while, that I haven't seen y'all. Hope everything is good with you and your family. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Hope that she's doing good. Shout out to my brother Queso, wherever you at. Hope that you're doing good and your health is great. All my prayers with you. Hope your niece is doing good. Shout out to Boxing Life as well. All those that be working and don't got time to shit to see the live. Other one, shout out to Coda, shout out to everybody. Love y'all. God bless. Tomorrow we back at it. Same time, 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. These 2 weeks is going to be an extraordinary. We're going to be talking about the Andy Cruz versus Murataya. I got Andy Cruz. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. And also going to be talking about these potential fights, these potential outings, and what's going to transpire after the fight. If Teo beats Shakur, who is Teo going to be fighting next in that May date, in which Turkey Al Sheikh said that it's going to be a main event, a big fight for the winner of Teo versus Shakur. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.